Hafa and what's up everyone? If you're a musician that wants to get into touring, then this video is for you. I'm going to talk about a couple ways you can get started in the touring scene, what touring's like, and my experiences through the years being on tour with different artists and different bands. So let's go. So how to start touring, or how to start getting into touring. I've always felt lucky getting on tours. Great musicians that I've known have stuck their necks out to give me a shot when they couldn't make it, or if a band heard about me through the music scene reputation, that's how I would get a tour. But I've always been super grateful for that, and I try to pass that along every chance that I get. So your social media, that is your resume. Instagram, Facebook, videos, TikTok, Twitter, all those kinds of things, those are your reputation and lead to some really great opportunities. I don't have that many followers, but I've gained a lot of gigs and a lot of tours through just my social medias and word of mouth, obviously. So that's a big thing too. Keep posting yourself doing videos, keep posting yourself doing the music that you love and exciting things, and soon enough someone will notice you and potentially take you on a tour. But remember, your social media is your resume in the modern day and age. So make sure you conduct yourself professionally on there. Make sure you have good videos with good music and stuff you enjoy doing. Okay, another way to get started is to go to shows, talk to musicians there, Maybe you'll start playing with them and they might need a sub or something, and they could contact you when a tour comes up if you're a regular member of that band. But go to shows and talk to musicians. That's the main way you get into the scene, that's the main way you get a reputation if you get to play with them, and that's the main way that you're going to get tours. Another way is to talk to venues too. If there's a band coming through that you know about is on tour and they don't have an opener, maybe talk to the venue and say, hey, my group could open. Maybe you could put together a group and just, it's good to have videos. That's why I was saying social media is your resume. Yeah, that includes YouTube too, right? You want to have videos to send to these venues, especially when a touring group is coming through. Now, if you already have an established band and you want to get that band on tour, this is primarily the way to do it. You talk to venues when they have a touring act coming through, and you try to plug yourselves in there. Say, hey, my band might be great for this sound as an opener, our genres are similar. Maybe this might work out really well, And then, most of the time they might not respond, or they might respond saying, oh, we already have someone in mind. But the more you do that, the better. And what that could lead to is the band that's on tour liking you guys' sound potentially and saying, hey man, we have a tour coming up in the future, why don't you hop on as an opener? And that's a great way to get started. Some of the funnest times I've had on tour is with the opening bands to like a larger act, right? You want to be that opener because then you get to have fun after, you get to watch the show, but you also get to see everything that goes on behind the scenes, what it's like to set up, sound check, and then watch the other bands set up and sound check. That's really cool. But yeah, if you have a group already, that starts with contacting venues and saying, I see someone's coming to town. I think my band would be great. So yeah, give us a shot. So, what is touring like? Let's go talk about that. Well, like many musicians coming up, I always wanted to be in a band that was touring, traveling from city to city, across the country, across the world, screaming fans. But it's not always like that. Sometimes you play to rooms that are not that full, and that can be could be a little bit of a downer, but I mean, you want to do your best no matter what, right? If there's one person or 1,000 in the audience, you want to do your best. So let's talk about one aspect you'll need for touring: packing what you need. So this includes clothes for the days off, clothes for sound check, clothes for just your daily clothes, and then the nice clothes for the show, for the performance, right? Nice shirts. I don't know if you have any accessories you like to wear that up the visuals on stage. That's great too, but you want to make sure that you look good on stage, you look clean, you look professional, and that adds to the entire production value of the show and makes people want to see you guys more. So especially if you're a young starting band and you're opening up for a larger artist, You gotta look clean. You gotta look good on stage, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, another aspect of packing too is bring your toiletries bag. Don't forget your toothbrush. You want to be clean, not only in the fashion sense, but you want to be clean hygienically. You don't want to be carrying around a couple days of stank. You know, you want to be feeling good and feeling nice when you're on stage. So that's one way to do it. Okay, another thing. I'm just going to say this right now. When it comes to touring, if you're in a van or a bus or something like that, and maybe you don't have access to a shower all the time, get a gym membership. Planet something. You know the gym, right? Yeah, you know what it is. That one's great because little trade secret is that if you or someone else has a membership, you can get one person in per day. Boom. Just like that. If you're in a city with that specific brand of gym, you know the one I'm talking about, you guys can all get some showers. We've had to do that a couple times, especially being on a van tour or a bus tour. Oh man, those gym showers, nothing like it. It's a dream. And it works if it's earlier in the day and you got the show later on at night. You feel clean, you feel fresh. It's real nice. Another important thing is make sure you're comfortable. Make sure you're comfortable while traveling. That means, bring clothes that are comfortable for the days off and when you're traveling. Something that I found that's really, really important, noise-canceling headphones. Noise-canceling headphones for the plane, if you're flying from destination to destination, or if you're flying to meet a band, or even if you're in a van or bus. Noise-canceling headphones, man. That's the way you can sleep. It's hard sometimes to catch some sleep between shows. It can feel like go all the time, especially if you have show after show after show, day after day after day. Headphones or maybe earplugs, something to cancel out the noise while you can get some rest on a van, bus, plane, train, boat, submarine, spaceship, anything. It works out well. Okay, bring your chargers. Don't forget your chargers, right? All your cables, not just for your instruments, but also for anything that you need. If you're bringing cameras to record, make sure that you have your cables and all your chargers for those cameras. You don't want to be racing to Walmart before sound check to go grab a charger for your GoPro because, I forgot it and I thought it had enough battery. Yeah, not saying that's happened to me, but yeah, might be a good idea. This is a big one. So, eat right. Okay? It's going to be tempting to stop for the fast food in the small hours of the morning after the show, or even after sound check before the show. But the way you feel every morning on tour is going to impact the rest of the day. You want to be super, it's super obvious, but you want to be healthy and you want to be feeling good and not eating the worst of the worst fried junk foods all the time, because that's going to reflect on your health, and it's also going to reflect on your state of being, your attitude, and that affects the rest of the band. And if that affects the rest of the band, it's going to affect the music. And that's what you don't want. You don't want anything to negatively affect the music, especially not eating right and not feeling good and throwing up and feeling gross. And yeah, this goes too with drinking too much. You don't want to drink too much. Don't want to be drunk on stage. You want to make sure that the music is being served first and foremost. You want to make sure that you're conducting yourself professionally. Yeah, there's times for after, where you could relax and chill, especially when there's days off in between. And there will be days off. Call them tour Fridays, right? Even if, say, you have shows Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday, that's the first day of your tour weekend. That's when you get to relax. Monday, Tuesday, maybe you got a show Wednesday, so you got to get back on it. But yeah, there'll be times to relax and chill and take in the views, but yeah, try not to get too drunk on stage. Okay, this is another great thing too, and it's something that a lot of my other band members that I've been in groups with have done, is exercise, right? If you're staying at a hotel and the hotel has a gym, hit that up. hit that up in the morning, you know. Say you have a show later at night, wake up early, try to get that exercise in there, you know. That's going to make you feel better. It's going to make your attitude better. It's going to make everyone feel great, you know. Granted, the entire band does it, but you can't really control how other people feel. You know, on tour especially, you can just control how you feel. So if you're eating right, if you're exercising, if you're doing all these kinds of things to make yourself feel good, it's going to make your end of the music feel really great. And that might maybe, some, you know, if someone else in the band is not feeling great, that might lift them up. If they hear you rocking out, they're going to want to rock out too, you know. That's just how it goes with a band, with a group. Yeah, and that's the other thing too, is the attitude you bring, right? I mean, I guess diet, exercise, that all leads up to the attitude, but the attitude is the main thing. Yeah, you want to be friendly, cooperative person at all times. That makes everything go smoothly. Yeah, you can't control how others feel. You can just control how yourself feels. So just do the best you can, you know, bring the best. And remember, you're on tour, man. You're doing exactly what you want to do. Like, that's the best thing, to just wake up and just be like, man, this is it. Yeah, it's possible to get jaded if you've done a million tours and all that kind of thing, but if you're young and getting started, oh man, it's the most exciting thing in the entire world. And especially if you're getting paid to do it. If you're getting paid to go on tour, man, it's just like all the stars are lining up. It's like the best thing in the world. You know, how could you not be happy? So bring that good, positive energy and that love from the music to everything in your life. Especially on tour, right? Because you want to have a good attitude. Everyone, you know, good attitudes attract more and more people to be happy too. So right on. Okay, another thing on tour, don't be afraid to talk to people, right? Talk to the other bands, you know, talk to the bands you're on tour with, talk to the audience, talk to people maybe at the merch table if you guys have a merch table. That could lead to so many things. Could lead to friendships, could lead to fans for life, super fans that always come to see you when you're in their city, or will even travel to a different city in their state or whatever to go see you, you know, because that gives them something to go home with. They're like, man, I remember this band when they were just geeking here, now they're on tour. You know, I'm gonna go out and check them out, man. And then that's a connection that they have with you, you know. And every time you get to see them, oh man, they're so excited. They're like, yeah, I remember you, you know. Good to see you again at this gig. Good to see you over here, you know. It's good to have that connection with people. Keep that up, you know. This is a people industry, music. You know, you got to be able to relate to people. You got to be able to hang. You got to be able to have fun. You got to be able to rock out with people, even off the bandstand. Okay, another thing you're going to need for touring is being able to learn music quickly and effectively, right? Sometimes you might change things on stage. Someone might say, oh, how about this intro? Oh, wait, can we do this instead? You know, ideally, that's not the best case, right? You want to be rehearsed and you want to be tight, but if, say, you're just joining a band, right, and they've been playing with each other for years and you're just joining, which is what I do all the time, and they say, okay, we have this intro, but we're going to change it a little bit. You got to be quick. You got to catch that, right? Because maybe a lot of that relies on you, especially if you're playing keyboards like me, you know. A lot of those intros and those hits and those sounds, they rely on keyboards. So be able to pick up music quickly, be able to respond quickly. If someone in the band tells you something to do, don't take offense, right? Like say, let's do it, you know, especially if you're coming from outside going into another band. Okay, and by far the most important thing you're going to need for tour is every night, bring it on stage, 100%. Just bring it, you know? Give it all on stage. Leave nothing, you know, in reserve. That means give it your 100%. Give it all your musical ability, all your passion, send it out there because people will respond to that. And oftentimes if you're playing at a town or a show that is not vibing, you know, for whatever reason, maybe they just all collectively had a bad day together, I don't know. If you do encounter that situation and you bring positive energy and your strongest skill to bear, man, they're gonna love it, you know. Even if they don't smile at the time, they're gonna remember it, you know. You gotta bring it all. It's all about the music, man. It's all about the music, man. Okay, some notable things that have happened to me while touring. I started going on tours in 2018, and it was with my friend's band back in the day, and that was, and probably still is, the most fun tour I've ever been on in my entire life. We traveled in 2 Sprinter vans, and we went all across the West Coast, all the way up to Seattle, all the way back down. We went over to Arizona, to Texas, to Vegas, and it was 32 shows in something like 40 days or something like that. It was intense. We had a couple days off, but most of the time it was bang, 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 show. A lot of driving too. Even I took part in some of the driving, and that was really fun. We saw so many amazing landscapes. We swam in rivers and lakes, and went to lava tunnels in Mount Shasta and the deserts of Vegas and Arizona, all these amazing places. That was the first time that I've seen the Gulf of Mexico too, and it's called the Gulf of Mexico, by the way. Anyway, that first tour, and the best part, well, I mean, not the best part, but a notable thing about that tour is I didn't really get paid. I was there just for the fun of it and the love of it, and and the interesting thing too is I had just put all of my stuff in storage, all the stuff from my apartment in storage, and I basically closed out with my landlord. I was no longer staying there, so I was effectively homeless for over a month on that tour for 40 days, and I felt the most free I have in my entire life. That was the greatest time in my life. I can still say that right now, almost 8 years later. Yeah, that's fun, Okay, and then as time went on, I started becoming a actual musician that needed to make a living, and all that kind of thing. And I went on a couple other tours, a US tour in support of a great band. We did 25 shows, and I think the last couple shows just got canceled because the band got COVID, so we all had to disband, and that was a bummer. But we played some amazing shows, some huge shows. It was really great. That's when I first experienced being in like a bus, a tour bus, or I guess it was a bandwagon, but we had bunks in the bus, and that was a game changer because you could sleep from city to city, relatively comfortably. That's where the noise canceling headphones came in really helpful too, because you want to lay your head on the pillow and not hear the roar of the engine. You just want to, But that was great. Waking up in a different city every day, that was amazing. And that was really professional operation. It was really cool. Probably the most insane tour I've been on is we did a USO tour with this one artist, and we flew to Jamaica, to Greenland, to Miami, to Puerto Rico. We went to so many places, but Greenland was probably the craziest one. Greenland and Jamaica, 2 places I never thought I would go, but we were playing reggae, so it made sense to go to Jamaica, we experienced so many great things. Noise canceling headphones were huge on that. I probably didn't eat the best. We did exercise in Jamaica because we were walking around, running, going to rivers and all those kinds of things. But and the food in Jamaica, man, wow, nobody told me about that. That was really good. Yep. And outside the studio, we saw this man with a truck, a food truck, and he pulled into the studio. And for I don't even remember how much it was, but it was pretty cheap. He made us all plates of food, ackee and saltfish, and all this great food. Man, it was fantastic. Yeah, Jamaica, that's where my heart is. That was beautiful. So let's talk about it. I'm what you would call a hired gun. Right? A musician that gets hired for a certain job, right? Like, we need keys for this tour, or we just need keys in our band in general. Reggae keys specifically, or jazz keys, I'll be the one to hop in and play. And I should say that 100% of the tours I've done have been reggae tours. So that's why I've fine-tuned my sounds and my reggae rig, my triple stack of keyboards. You've seen it. You know the one. That's where I've had most of the experience, is in the reggae scene and reggae music, and I love it. It's oh man, I was born and raised on Guam, so you know I love it. Yeah. So that's just a little insight about touring and what it's like, and how you can get started, how you can keep it going too. Just be a great person. Release music too. If you're touring with your own band, release music. Don't just sit on your music, wait till it's perfect. No, just release it. If it has the emotional energy that you put into it, release it, get it out there. People will respond. The more human you are on tour, the more you can connect to somebody. That's what people really like. That's what they respond to. That's how they're going to remember you. And that's the reputation you're going to build on tour, right? You don't only want to have a reputation with the musicians, you want to have a reputation with the audience too, as a band, as an individual. So yeah, touring is great. It's the most fun I've ever had in my entire life, and I hope to do more of it soon. Yeah. Hopefully I put a lot of pictures on there and videos of tours, but that's what I got for you today. That's touring, what it's like, how to get started, and my experiences. All right. Appreciate you guys.